And now it's time for a little World 5 PSA announcement. As it turns out, everything that you do is slowly killing you. That's right, this world is twisted, and sooner or later, everyone will end up 6 feet under. But did you know that there are several everyday products out there that are killing you even faster than anything else? Join us as we have a look at 10 everyday products that are slowly killing you. Your favorite perfume. Now, you know that sweet, sweet smell of your favorite perfume? Well, I hate to break it down to you, but unless the perfume brand is 100% natural, there's a chance you're putting some unnecessary chemicals on your body. The thing is, the perfume, along with the entire makeup industry, works a lot differently than you think. You can find more than a dozen hazardous synthetic chemicals in almost every perfume, and unless the product contains a certain percentage of, let's say, parabens, the ingredients list doesn't have to specify it. So just think about how many of those tiny but toxic chemicals might be laying around in your favorite Chanel. A simple rose blend may even contain hidden ingredients not available for display on the label. Now, there are groups, such as the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics out there, that are looking for transparency about chemicals within the products that are being sold. They reveal that some of the most chemical-filled perfumes include Britney Spears, American Eagle 77, and Giorgio Armani Acqua di Eo, and they all contain more than 15 hazardous chemicals. So why are these chemicals bad in the first place? Well, apparently, wearing your favorite perfume might cause sperm damage, and it's even linked to cancer. So the next time you wear that perfume called Dangerous, please note, there's probably a lot of truth to it. Those cute houseplants of yours. Alright, while houseplants may seem like a good choice for a gift, you might want to double check what you buy, just to make sure you're not causing a potential hazard. Houseplants are known to be dangerous for children and pets, and if they eat something like ivy, lily, or oleander, they can get poisoned. Poisoning also occurs from just touching leaves and getting into any kind of contact with your skin, along with ingesting berries. So you should really double check if that household plant with either cute berries or maybe an exotic look to it is actually suitable to be in your home. Have you ever heard of philodendron? Well, it's very easy to grow, but as it turns out, it contains calcium oxalate, which is very toxic to humans and animals. So it might just be time to open up your houseplant encyclopedia and learn about how simple plants can easily kill you in no time flat. Which reminds me, I need to go double check my plants now. Extension cords. Alright, so you know that extension cords should be kept away from children and pets at all times, right? I mean, how many times have you tripped over your extension cord? To avoid any long-term injuries, you should make sure that you prevent them from just hanging around everywhere. There are many DIY tricks that you can easily do to hide an extension cord or perhaps a cable or 100 that are just laying around. But there's more to extension cords than just the possible thought of tripping over them. In fact, did you know that 50 annual deaths in America actually come as a result of fires caused by extension cords? Misusing and overloading an extension cord is a common fire hazard, and if your cord or any type of charger gets flaming hot, you should make sure to turn everything off and only use it when it's needed. Electric blankets. Sure, it can be cold outside, and snuggling up under an electric blanket seems like a perfect solution. Grab a cup of tea and go Netflix and chill. And that's when your evening is all complete. But here's the thing. Electric blankets can cause an unusual rise in body temperature, which can then result in a heat stroke. Electric blankets also have an extremely low frequency radiation, which can prove to be harmful to your body as time goes on. And reports have been made that the radiation can even kill your reproductive system, along with increasing the chances of having cancer. So when it comes to electric blankets versus an extra large duvet, you may just want to choose the latter, along with an extra quilt and some long johns. Hot tubs and swimming pools. Having your own swimming pool or even just a hot tub is a dream for many. Imagine going for a swim after a long day at work, just chilling your stress away in a hot tub. Or even living by a public swimming pool seems like the perfect solution to work stress, which is kinda dreamy. But hold that thought for 1 second, because as it turns out, pools might have a chlorine-resistant parasite like crypto, which is often found with swimmers who can't control their bladder. You know, those warning signs not to pee in the pool? Well, the water might not really turn a different color, but you may unintentionally release a parasite that doesn't really give a crap about your chlorine and gets ingested by someone else. In 2012, Medical News Today reported more than 1,000 cases of illnesses that this parasite is responsible for. It can cause diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, fever, and stomach cramps. Oh, and dehydration and weight loss are also common side effects. So really, boys and girls, be mature and keep in mind that those no peeing in the pool signs are there for a reason. Try to take them as seriously as possible, because you never know when you'll swallow an unwelcome parasite. Coca-Cola. Now you've probably heard this one before. Open up happiness and taste the feeling. As it turns out, it's what's on the inside that might hurt you. Now there's a pretty clear timeline of what happens to our bodies after we consume Coca-Cola. After about 10 minutes, the 10 teaspoons of added sugar start entering into your system. After 20 minutes, the liver converts that sugar into fat. And after 45 minutes, you start feeling the effects of caffeine and the production of dopamine increases. Your brain's pleasure center then becomes stimulated. And all of this is the same kind of thing that happens when you take heroin. Your body can become dehydrated, and due to Coca-Cola's levels of sugar, there's also a severe risk of diabetes increase. And don't even get me started on how many practical cleaning uses there are for Coca-Cola, including your toilet. It really just gives ultimate proof that humans should consume a drink that's a bit healthier, like water, MIDOL, and other cramp relievers. Anytime that you pop a pill just because it's the easy way to go, ask yourself, is it really necessary? That's because medications like MIDOL contain acetaminophen, which can be life-threatening if consumed more than it should be. Sure, you might want to use this medication every other day, but did you know that annually, more than 500 people die due to acetaminophen overdose? Taking too many pills can have an alarming effect on your liver, and you should avoid consuming more than 3,000 milligrams of whatever medication you have per day. Toothpaste. Say what? Well, apparently the label says it all. Seek immediate medical help if you ingest toothpaste. Now, apparently, an overdose of toothpaste, who knew there was such a thing, can cause a blockage in your intestines and your stomach. This comes from fluoride, which contains a substance that can cause a chemical reaction. Some people might even have a difficulty breathing or suffer from a heart attack. So remember, always use a pea-sized amount and rinse as much as possible, because nobody wants killed by toothpaste on their tombstone. Air conditioners. Now, I don't know about you, but without an air conditioner in my house, there's a really high chance that I'd probably melt into a puddle during the summer. So I can't really explain how many times my air conditioner has saved the day. But did you know that a faulty, leaking air conditioner can cause refrigerant poisoning that can lead to seizures, heart difficulties, and even cuts off oxygen to your lungs? Not to mention the 20% of extra electricity you use when you run a faulty air conditioner. So if you notice a leak in your house, you may want to stop using your air conditioner as soon as possible and call a professional to fix the job. Don't even try to fix it by yourself. Remember, kids, health and safety first. Smoking. Now, I'm sure that you already know that smoking can kill you, right? It seems like the statement alone doesn't really do enough to scare people into quitting the habit. But what you don't know is that your other healthy habits don't really balance out your smoking. A PhD senior scientific advisor comments that smoking affects every organ in the body. And thinking that you're going to find the perfect lifestyle to counteract the effects of smoking is not realistic. Tobacco has an extremely dangerous effect on your body, and not even light cigarettes cut the risk of smoking. And here's another myth. Lung cancer isn't the greatest killer that comes with smoking. It's cardiovascular disease. But don't get us wrong, lung cancer is responsible for only 28% of smoking-related deaths, while 43% of smokers face heart disease and strokes. So here's what happens when all of those cancer-causing chemicals you consume when you smoke have had enough. The first sign is going to be stress, because your heart will start beating faster, and you'll have to inhale more oxygen to think straight. Then your blood pressure is going to increase, and blood vessels will appear on your skin and your fingers, and your toes will get colder. You'll get dilated pupils and released blood sugars. Your bodily functions will slowly begin to shut down until your very last exhale. Cigarette smoking kills more than 480,000 Americans each year. And as it turns out, more than 36.5 million adults in the USA currently smoke cigarettes, and more than 16 million of them live with a smoking-related disease. Oh, and while we're at it, we'll debunk one more myth for you. It doesn't matter how long you've smoked for. The damage will only stop if you stop. Chief Medical Officer of the American Lung Association even says that your health improves if you quit at age 70, 40, or even age 20. So as it turns out, it doesn't really matter. Your risk of having a heart attack will be cut by 50% in just 1 year. And which of these everyday products do you use? Do you need to go check your houseplants? Turn off your air conditioner and throw out that electric blanket? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. The hair dryer from hell. Now imagine that it's 1979 and all you wanted to do was take a shower and quickly dry your hair. So you go to the store, buy a new hair dryer, but then you come home with weaponized asbestos.